The midday sun beat down on the city, a symphony of car horns and street vendors' calls filling the air. Above it all, towering jacaranda trees painted the avenues with splashes of vibrant purple, their delicate blossoms carpeting the sidewalks like confetti. Amidst the energetic chaos, two souls, Em and Mina, found each other. Their love story began under the shade of those jacaranda trees, their laughter echoing through the crowded streets. All that existed was the electrifying connection that sparked between them, a love destined to bloom against all odds. Em, with his quick wit and easy smile, possessed a charm that belied his tender years. Mina was a whirlwind of energy and laughter, their lives entwined since childhood, blossoming into love. Their love story, however, was not without its obstacles. Tradition dictated that their families should choose their spouses, ensuring a union that would strengthen familial bonds. Em and Mina's love, pure and true though it was, threatened to disrupt the delicate balance of their world. Despite the challenges that lay ahead, Em and Mina clung to their love, their bond unbreakable. They vowed to fight for their love, to defy the odds stacked against them. Em often sat on their stoop, chin resting on his knees, staring out at the bustling street scene. He knew his mother, a woman who carried herself with the grace of a queen despite the hardships life had thrown her way, had loved his father deeply. Em yearned to know more about the man who had helped shape the woman he loved beyond measure. These moments, both precious and painful, fueled Em's desire to understand the man who had captured his mother's heart. In the absence of a father figure, Em found solace in the stories his mother shared about their ancestors. His mother's passing, a swift and unexpected blow, shattered Em's world, leaving him adrift in a sea of grief. It was amidst this somber gathering that Alonzo Griffin, a man whose presence exuded an air of quiet authority, stepped forward. The revelation that Alonzo was Em's stepfather, a truth his mother had guarded closely, sent shockwaves through the grieving family. Em, still reeling from the loss of his mother, now grappled with the complexities of this newfound connection. Despite their differences, Em saw glimpses of his mother in Alonzo's quiet strength and determination. Em found solace in his art, his charcoal sketches becoming a refuge from the turmoil within. His portraits, often depicting scenes from their neighborhood, captured the essence of their community. Em's drawings, initially a way to process his grief and find solace, soon evolved into something more. He began to see the world through an architect's eyes, sketching buildings that soared towards the heavens. Alonzo, observing Em's passion, recognized in his stepson a kindred spirit. Mina moved through the world with a grace and vibrancy that drew all eyes to her. Her laughter, like the cascading notes of a kora, had the power to lift spirits and chase away shadows. She possessed a natural curiosity, her mind a kaleidoscope of questions and ideas. Her beauty, striking and undeniable, was but a small facet of her being. She had a way of making those around her feel seen and valued, her presence a warm embrace on a chilly day. Her parents, though strict and traditional, loved their children fiercely. Their home, a modest dwelling nestled in the heart of their bustling neighborhood, was a sanctuary. Her father, a man of quiet strength and unwavering principles, carried himself with an air of dignity that commanded respect. Her mother, a woman of immense warmth and compassion, possessed a quiet strength that belied her gentle nature. Family gatherings were a symphony of laughter, music, and the intoxicating aromas of her mother's cooking. Tradition dictated that her parents would choose her husband, a man deemed suitable to carry on their family name and uphold their values. Arranged marriages, while not uncommon in their culture, filled Mina with a sense of unease. She yearned for a love that ignited her soul, a love that transcended societal expectations. The thought of her life being mapped out for her, her destiny decided by others, left her feeling trapped. The conflict between her family's expectations and her own desires created a chasm within her, a constant tension that threatened to unravel the fabric of her world. Em and Mina's love story unfolded in stolen moments, like precious jewels hidden from the world. They met in the shadow of the jacaranda trees, their purple blossoms raining down upon them.
A shared glance, a brush of fingertips, a whispered secret, these became the language of our love. Each stolen moment was a treasure to be savored.
One night, under the soft glow of a full moon, they met at their usual spot. Em took Mina's hand, her touch sending shivers down his spine.
Mina, we can't keep meeting like this. I want to build a future together.
As she looked into Em's eyes, she saw a love so pure, so unwavering. Fueled by a love that burned brighter than the midday sun, Em and Mina made a pact, a promise whispered on the wind, sealed with a kiss under the watchful gaze of the moon and stars. They would marry in secret, their love their only witness. They believed that their union, blessed by the ancestors and the spirits of the land, would be strong enough to withstand any storm. They found a sympathetic priest, a man who saw the depth of their love and dared to defy the conventions of their society. The ceremony was small, held in secret at the break of dawn, the rising sun painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, a symbol of the new life they were about to embark upon together. Their joy, however, was short-lived. Word of their clandestine marriage spread through the community like wildfire, fueled by whispers and speculation. Mina's parents, their faces etched with a mixture of anger and betrayal, whisked their daughter away to their ancestral village, a remote place far from Em's reach. Em, devastated by the sudden separation, was left to grapple with the consequences of their actions. He knew that he had defied the traditions of his people, but he also knew that he could not live without Mina. He vowed to fight for their love, to prove to her family that he was worthy of their daughter's hand. He would move mountains, cross oceans, defy the very stars themselves, to be reunited with the woman he loved. Em paced the small apartment, his heart heavy with worry. Mina's absence hung in the air, a constant ache in his chest. The apartment, once filled with her laughter and the scent of her perfume, now felt empty, a constant reminder of their forced separation. He clung to the memory of her touch, the warmth of her hand in his, drawing strength from the depth of their love. He knew he had to prove himself to Mina's family, to demonstrate his unwavering commitment to their daughter. He threw himself into his studies, determined to create a future worthy of their love. The GI Bill, a beacon of hope in a time of uncertainty, provided him with the opportunity to pursue his dream of becoming an architect. One evening, while walking home from the library, he passed a construction site. The rhythmic clang of hammers, the whir of machinery, the sight of men working together to build something new filled him with a sense of purpose. He approached the foreman, a gruff man with calloused hands and a keen eye, and offered his services as a draftsman. The foreman, impressed by Em's eagerness and natural talent, took him under his wing. Em learned the intricacies of construction, the language of blueprints and building codes, the delicate dance between design and practicality. He poured his heart and soul into his work, his dedication a testament to his love for Mina. Through glass ceilings. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, welcomed Em with open arms. Yet beneath the surface of its bustling streets lay a current of prejudice, a legacy of segregation that cast a long shadow over his dreams.
He excelled in his studies at Temple University, his professors recognizing his talent and drive. But when it came time to seek employment, he found himself facing closed doors, his qualifications seemingly invisible through the lens of discrimination.
He visited countless architectural firms, his portfolio of meticulously crafted drawings tucked under his arm. He endured condescending smiles, dismissive glances, and thinly veiled rejections. He was told he was overqualified, or that his designs were too ambitious or not suited to their clientele. The truth, unspoken but ever present, was that his skin color was a barrier, a mark against him in a world that valued conformity over creativity.
Mina, though physically absent, remained a constant source of strength and inspiration. He wrote her long, heartfelt letters, pouring out his frustrations, his hopes, his dreams. He shared his sketches, his visions of a future where their love would triumph over adversity.
He imagined her reading his words, her heart echoing his own. He found solace in their shared dream of owning a home, a place where they could build a family, a sanctuary from the storms of the world. He knew that achieving this dream would require unwavering determination and perhaps a touch of audacity. He refused to let the limitations imposed by others define his future. Sanctuary in the City of Brotherly Love. One evening, M overheard a conversation that would change his life. The club was a haven for Black artists and intellectuals.
The conversation revolved around a local numbers runner, an Italian immigrant. He had a soft spot for ambitious young dreamers.
M approached the man, heart pounding. He laid out his dream, voice trembling. He spoke of his love for Mina and his frustration.
The man listened intently, eyes twinkling. "You got guts, kid," he said. "You remind me of myself. I got a proposition for you."
M had found a way to achieve his dreams. He would buy a house, a symbol of his love for Mina, a sanctuary in the heart of a divided city. A mother's tears, a father's silence. News of M's audacious purchase reached Mina's village like a whisper on the wind.
Her mother wept tears of both sorrow and relief. Sorrow for the life Mina had left behind. Relief for her daughter's happiness.
Her father remained silent, his anger smoldering beneath the surface. He saw M's actions as a challenge to his authority.
Mina felt the weight of their expectations pressing down on her.
Back in Philadelphia, M's act of defiance, of purchasing a home in a neighborhood where dreams often collided with prejudice, sent ripples through their community. Some saw it as a sign of progress, a testament to the changing times, a beacon of hope for a future where love and opportunity knew no color lines. Others, their hearts hardened by years of injustice and inequality, viewed it with suspicion, their resentment simmering beneath the surface.
Whispers followed me as I walked the streets, a mixture of admiration and animosity swirling around me. I felt the weight of their gazes, some filled with pride, others laced with disdain. I had become a symbol, a lightning rod for their hopes and fears, their prejudices and aspirations.
He found solace in the company of those who believed in his vision, a diverse group of dreamers and doers drawn together by a shared belief in a better tomorrow. They offered their support, their encouragement, their willingness to lend a hand to help him transform his house into a home. The house on Burke Street became a gathering place, a sanctuary where music and laughter filled the air, where differences were celebrated, and where love, in all its forms, was embraced. It was a testament to the power of community, the strength found in unity, the belief that together they could overcome the challenges that lay ahead. The rhythmic pulse of jazz, the soulful wail of the saxophone, the mournful cry of the trumpet. These became the soundtrack to M's life. He found solace in the smoky haze of jazz clubs, the music a reflection of his own journey, a blend of joy and sorrow, hope and despair.
It was in these dimly lit spaces, where the air thrummed with the energy of creative expression, that I felt most alive, most connected to the wellspring of my own creativity. I would often sit at the bar, nursing a beer, my eyes closed, my body swaying to the music, the melodies transporting me to another place, a place where Mina was by my side, our bodies moving as one. The music became a form of prayer, a way to connect with her spirit, to feel her presence even in her absence.
He befriended the musicians, their lives a tapestry of talent, hardship, and fleeting moments of glory. They shared stories, dreams, and the unspoken language of music, their souls resonating with the shared experience of being Black in a city that both celebrated and marginalized their existence. The jazz clubs became his refuge, a place where he could shed the weight of the world, where the only thing that mattered was the music, the raw emotion that poured from the musicians' instruments, the shared experience of human connection in a world that often felt isolating and cruel. Years passed, marked by the changing seasons, the ebb and flow of life in their vibrant city. The jacaranda trees continued to bloom each year, a poignant reminder of the love story that had unfolded beneath their shade.
My hair now streaked with silver, but my eyes still holding the same fire. I had poured my heart and soul into our home. I had never given up hope, my love for Mina an unyielding force.
The house on Burke Street had become a landmark, a symbol of hope and resilience. The laughter of children, the rhythmic pulse of music, the aroma of spices, these were the sounds and smells of life unfolding. And then one day a letter arrived, its edges softened by time and distance. The ink faded, but the message clear. Mina was coming home.
Our reunion was a celebration, a tapestry woven from tears of joy, shared laughter.
Their love story, once whispered among the jacaranda trees, became a legend, a tale passed down through generations.
Em and I, our hands clasped tightly together, walked into our future side by side,